Hello there. Welcome back to the Coffeehouse. This is our little corner of the Agile world where we can talk about helping our teams improve over a cup of coffee. My name is Vic Bonacci, and I'm a certified Scrum trainer with over 25 years of experience working with teams. As your Agile barista, I'm here to help you brew up some great ideas for your team's Agile journey. Today, we're going to talk about why I think Scrum is a great starting point for Agile teams, and I'll address a common misconception that Kanban is a better option merely because it does not require sprint planning. I've heard that once or twice. When it comes to Agile, there's a lot of different frameworks that you can choose from. One of the most popular is Scrum, and for good reason. It's a very effective framework for teams trying to get comfortable with Agile and Agile ways of working. Scrum is a framework, as I said. It's based on the idea of sprints. Now, sprints are time-boxed periods, usually of like 1, 2, or 4 weeks, where the team works together to deliver a set of features. At the end of each sprint, the team will review what they've done and plan for the next sprint. That's kind of how it goes. Many teams who are new to working in Agile ways may think that dropping sprints altogether and using Kanban is more helpful for the work that they do. They may believe that their work is just too difficult or complex to plan, and that the ad hoc nature of their work requires them to use Kanban. But as an experienced Agile coach, I find a great deal of value in using the sprints in Scrum. There's just something powerful about getting the team together regularly to decide what to do, and then checking at the end of the sprint how they did it. This is what sprints are all about. It's the rhythm that Scrum creates that is invaluable. Sprints create habits and create a consistent cadence for your team. They're a way to establish a rhythm of planning, doing, and reflecting. Sprints in this way will help to ensure that your team is consistently moving forward and that everyone is on the same page. That's why I like it so much. And if you're like me, with the experiences I've had, you've seen one too many Kanban projects just turn into a whip-limited death march when these teams don't incorporate checkpoints to reflect along the way. And speaking of reflection, sprints provide an opportunity just explicitly for your team to reflect on the work and identify areas for improvement. It's called our sprint retrospective, and it's a crucial step in the continuous improvement process. This is something that all teams rushing into Kanban don't always think about. Retrospectives are a part of Kanban, I want to be clear. And I also want to tell you that I'm not advocating as Scrum is the only Agile method or the best Agile method. It's considered a simple, flexible, yet powerful framework, as I said. It's something that product development can rely on, as they can rely on Kanban for similar types of work. But as a starting point for teams that are new to Agile, I believe that Scrum can provide a structure and guidance that can be incredibly helpful. In Scrum, the sprint planning meeting is often seen as arbitrary, as a constraint by these people who are grumbling, right? But it's an important part of the process, and again, very valuable. During this meeting, the team comes together to decide what they will work on during the upcoming sprint of 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and how they will achieve it. This helps the team to align on their goals and their priorities, and to make sure that they have a clear understanding of what they need to do to achieve those goals. Now, I know that change can be hard, and it's natural to want to stick with what you know. But I want to encourage you to give Scrum a try, at least for the first 4 sprints. See how it feels to work in short iterations that have a clear focus on what you want to achieve. And if you find that Scrum isn't working for your team, then you can always evaluate a switch to Kanban or another framework. Remember, the goal is to improve your team's work and the experience of your customers. And starting with Scrum can be a great way to get there. Here's the thing. A team that gets really good at Scrum and another team that gets really good at Kanban will be largely identical in practice. They might use different vocabulary, but both of them will start with a solid understanding and then end up in the same place as a team that's passionately focused on continuous improvement and delivering high quality products. So, if you're leading a team new to Agile ways of working, don't be tempted to skip sprints and go straight for Kanban. Give Scrum a chance and see how your team thrives with the structure and rhythm that sprints provide. If it doesn't work for you, that's okay, but don't dismiss it out of hand because you think it's too difficult to plan or because you think you need some ad hoc nature of Kanban. Keep in mind, Scrum is a framework. It's not set in stone, and you can adapt and adjust it to fit your team's needs. Once you've gained proficiency with Scrum, you can always evaluate if a switch to Kanban is necessary. So remember, Agile is not about following a strict set of rules. It's about continuous improvement. Try this, take a step back, try that. Well, all right, that's it for today's chat. Thank you for joining me in the Coffeehouse. If this has been valuable for you, please like the video or subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Now go out there and brew up some great ideas for your own teams. As always, enjoy your coffee with friends.